Well, hello everyone. This is Monsignor in part 2 of a video, and we just wanted to just tell you a little bit about what to expect. Obviously, the front of the church is here. Most of you know the chapel is back through this way by our Mary statue that you'll see. So just follow me, and if you come for Mass on starting on Monday morning at 7 a.m., you'll come this way and into Our Lady's Garden. Past our beautiful roses. What we would ask you to do is to gather in this general area. The door won't be open immediately when you arrive if you get here before 7, because we want to just, but first come, first served, as we said. So you would come up into this area near the door, under this alcove. Don't forget to say hello to Our Lady. All right. And you'll gather here. Now, Ben, who's filming this, will be here to help let in the 9 who arrive first and are able to get in. And if we have more than 9, as I said in the video, we'll just ask you to stay here and we'll come out and bring you communion. But for the 9 who do arrive, we'll see that we have our schedule here. Masks are required for entry, so please remember to bring your mask. But if you don't have a mask, we'll have some, the kind of the disposable mask for you to wear. You're asked to wear it while you're in there. To maintain social distancing. You'll see when we get in that the chairs are arranged in such a way that that'll do just fine for you. At some point, you'll see, if you come a little bit later and you miss us, that we're sorry the Mass is full, don't enter, all right? But you can go into the church for private prayer, all right? And at some point, that sign will have to go on. But as I say, for those of you who are still here, we'll come out and bring you Holy Communion when that time comes. So we're going into the chapel. You'll be let in. Now, the first thing you'll notice is there's some hand sanitizer here for you. And if we do ask you, please, to go ahead and make use of that, unless there's some skin condition or something that you can't, all right? And as you come in, you'll see that the chapel is all arranged with chairs distant about 6 feet apart, according to the norms they've asked. Now, there's a chair right near the door. That should be the last one that's filled. Don't crowd right in here. Take the chairs as far apart as possible first. There's one chair up there reserved for the lector, and the priest will also have a place to sit over behind the altar, but the others will all fill in back here in this general area. Now, at that point, once we're all in, Father will come, and if there are people outside, there's any overflow, he'll go out and give them a brief communion service, and he'll give them communion, and they'll either go into church to pray or they'll go home. But then Mass will just begin as per usual. Father will come and begin Mass, and we'll take care of this. You're asked to continue to wear your mask if at all, as is asked of us. He will probably, the celebrant will not necessarily wear a mask while celebrating, but when it comes time to bring you communion, he'll do that. Someone will lecture and be seated there. He'll be seated here. If for some reason we don't have a lector, then the priest will read the readings, all right? But either way, that'll take place. Mass will continue, and when it comes time for Holy Communion, don't come up. We're not asking you to come up. The priest will come out to you. He will put on a mask at this point. You'll be needing to take off your mask to receive communion. Either on the hand or on the tongue is permitted. The priest will have a little alcohol spray if for some reason that's needed. They ask us to try to be careful not to touch the person's hand or the lip or anything like that. If that does happen, there'll be a little alcohol spray you can use, okay? So feel free to receive in the way you're comfortable. He'll come to you. It's probably better to stay seated, because that way his face is here and yours is there, and there's a little bit less immediate interaction. So with that in mind, he'll come to each of you, and then he'll come back around, and Mass will conclude as per usual. Now, when you leave, you can leave. Don't line up to get out the door. Remember, keep the social distancing when you leave. One way out is into the church through here. We'll look at that, and the other way is just back out through the door. But we ask you to continue to remember, it's not a time to gather outside and have a little close conversations. If you do have any conversations, just keep the distance that you're asked to keep, and that'll be important so we take good care of each other. And you can just see here, if you go out through this way, that there is a way into the church. Right through here, that most of you know just fine. And you go and go into the church and say some extra prayers if you want, all right? Good. And I think that's about as much as we can do in terms of, you know, telling you about this. It'll basically be mass. The only main difference is there's only 9 of us. So come early, first come, first served, and remember wearing a mask, and other things I think will be largely the mass that you expected. God bless you all.